Hello and welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 6th of February for the Sun or the Ascendant. I'm going to give you some standout features to look out for, but please stay with me. As usual, I will dive deep to give you each of the 12 zodiac signs in forensic detail from Aries through to Pisces. Now this week begins with the potency of the full moon, which occurred at the end of last week, still reverberating through the heavens, particularly because the Sun and Uranus are in a tense right angle on Monday and Tuesday too. So anything to do with time management, whether it's around our social situation, our friendships, the things we want to do that are more creative for ourselves, there could be some disruption, last minute changes of plan, or some costs. However, on Tuesday, a really seminal event occurs because Mercury comes out of its post-retrograde shadow. It went into its pre-retrograde shadow on the 12th of December. Now, of course, it came out of the retrograde itself on the 18th of January. But if things have been a bit sluggish or you've been waiting for some information, Mercury goes on to combine with Pluto this week. And there could be a very important development around a worldly matter, such as a job application, a business a scenario, or perhaps to do with a goal or ambition. But then Mercury makes the transition into the sign of Aquarius, and that occurs on Saturday. And that's also really important because Mercury sparkles in Aquarius because it's a planet that's exalted in this sign. So, of course, Aquarius energy is very outgoing. It's very much to do with networking and friendships. So if we start this week feeling a little bit pulled around and a bit disorientated, by the end of the week, I think Mercury can help us to get things a little clearer. Now, also this week, from Monday through to Friday, Venus is in an energizing link with Uranus. Now, Venus in the sign of Pisces is a very mysterious influence, exalted, of course, itself. But this is provoking us to try something different or to surprise someone we're interested in, or even surprise our partner by doing something that's fresh and stimulating, because that can bring some magic to a relationship. But equally, it's an opportunity to think outside the box when it comes to our financial situation. Now, just to tell you, the two planets of fortune, Venus and Jupiter, the lesser and the greater benefit, from Monday to Friday are in a semi-sextile. So Jupiter in Aries is very much about initiative in the first house, and of course Venus in the 12th could be about the things we do behind the scenes, or it could be that some kind of benefit or piece of good fortune can be linked to a past good deed. So something can evolve quietly but rather pleasingly in the background of this week. Now, if you are a returning visitor, thank you so much for joining me once more. If you're new to my channel, it's great to have you with me. Please like or comment. I interact with all comments. This is very much a community. Or subscribe. Now, if you would like to ascend above this zodiac broadcast and understand what the next year holds for you personally, if you give me 3 pieces of personal data of time, date and place of birth, I can give you your forecast, but also my special package of 30% off, your life roadmap, which can help you to become more intimate with some of the planetary influences that have been aiding but perhaps even hindering you at times. Please see the link beneath this video. You can also get your zodiac, Vedic and Chinese forecast for the next year completely free. So Libra, your week commencing the 6th of February forecast begins with a degree of disruption that comes from the full moon, which occurred right at the end of last week, which for you was asking you to balance different areas of your life because different people all wanted to seem to have a piece of you. So lovely to be that popular. And of course you do have Jupiter, the planet of growth and optimism and good fortune, in your sector of relating at the moment. So that's one to really relish. Talking of Jupiter, it also forges a great semi-sextile to your ruling planet of Venus. So some kind of collaborative effort this week from Monday to Friday could actually work out very favourably for you. However, the Sun is still clashing with Uranus across the first couple of days. So what's Uranus been doing for you? Well, I feel that when it comes to where you really want to invest of yourself, financially or emotionally or romantically, it has been a very unpredictable energy that's dominated your situation since 2019 from the spring, of course briefly in 2018 as well. And the outcome of this particular lunation is that as much as you may want to pursue certain interests, hobbies, friendships, connections, or even someone you're drawn to romantically, in some way or another, Uranus has taught you some big lessons about how much you give away of yourself when it comes to developing or putting that much more in, because if you do something, generally you want to do it in a full throttle way. So you could be feeling a bit undecided about some areas of all this. And then on Tuesday, with Mercury coming out of shadow, if your emotional dimension has felt a little bit uncertain and confused since the middle of December, it wouldn't be a surprise. But the conjunction between Mercury and Pluto later this week suggests that an important conversation, or even some time thinking carefully about your own needs and your own responses, can be very valuable. Venus actually forges a terrific angle with Uranus later this week. So Venus in house 6, Uranus in house 8, that's great for looking at your finances in an imaginative and different way. But once Mercury makes its way into the sister air sign of Aquarius on Saturday, that is going to bring you more into the play zone, which is Aquarius. Of course, Saturn has been here for the last couple of years, not so playful, but it's taught you a lot. And I think Mercury moving into this area is going to see your sense of fun, but also your desire to mix and mingle is going to be increased as this week draws to a close.